Welcome to this exciting journey into the world of Excel. In today's session, we are going to unlock the power of three amazing functions: VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and the game-changing XLOOKUP. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly when to use each function and how they can save your hours of manual efforts. Let's dive in and revolutionize the way you work with data. First up, we have a legendary VLOOKUP, short for vertical lookup. This function is your go-to tool when you need to search for a value in the first column of a table and return a corresponding value from another column. Imagine looking up a product price from a list of thousands. Sounds like a magic, right? Let's see how it works. Let's see how we can use VLOOKUP to find different data. Currently, I have a table which contains the following columns: product ID, product name, category, price and stock. So based on product ID, I want to find the category of different items. Let's say I'm going to find the category for 102 product ID, and for the category I'm going to use the VLOOKUP formula. So the syntax is equals to VLOOKUP. Then I want to select this G7 column because I want to find this value only from my table. Currently, now you have to select the table, but since my table is very small, I'm going to write the address manually from A1 till E11, and then we need to write the column number. So here product ID is the first column, product name is the second column, and the category is the third column. So I'm going to write 3 only, and for absolute match I'm going to write 0. Here is the result, electronics. To make this results better, I'm going to use the data validation in this G6 column like this, so that instead of becoming a normal value, it is a list. Now with this feature, you can find the category of different items without manually changing it every time. Let's say for 106, the category is home appliance. Now I want to make it even better. I want to change this category. Let's say I want to find the price. So I'll do the process again for the different headers as well. I'm going to select the data validation. I'm going to select list, and then I'm going to define this thing. Sorry about this. Yeah, like this. Now this is also a list. You can select different values. Currently it is only showing me home appliances because I have manually defined the column number as 3. Now I want to change this so that it automatically gets updated whenever I select anything else from this drop down list that we just created. So for this I'm going to use the match function that we discussed in the last video. So match equals to, first I'll select the array, and then for this I'm going to select this array, and then for absolute match is 0, and then equals to done. Now the stock prices for product ID 106 is 12. We can verify this result from this table. 106 ID, stock prices is 12. Now you can choose anything, the result will be updated automatically. Product name, air conditioner for 106 air conditioner. You can also change the product ID for different results. Here with the help of different functions, you can make your results better. Next we have HLOOKUP, the horizontal cousin of VLOOKUP. Instead of searching down a column, this function scans across the first row of a table to find a match. It's perfect when your data is organized in row instead of column. Think of it as a perfect partner for horizontal data hunters. Now I'm going to teach you how we use HLOOKUP in Excel. Currently I'm using the same table only. So let's say I want to find the product name for 104 product ID. I'll write equals to HLOOKUP like this, and then we'll select this H6 cell, and then we'll define the array as A1 to E11, and then we need to count the row number. For 104 product ID, the row number is 5, so we'll write 5, and then for absolute match I'll write 0 and then bracket closed. So you'll get refrigerator as a result. Currently in this example, as I mentioned earlier that I'm using the same table, so you guys must won't be able to differentiate much. But if you have some data set that contain more rows and less columns, then this HLOOKUP is very useful. So this is the way you can use the HLOOKUP. Finally, let's talk about the superstar XLOOKUP. This function take all the best feature of VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP and combine them with incredible flexibilities. It works in any direction, allow for exact match by default, and even return multiple values. Trust me, once you use XLOOKUP, there is no going back. Now I'm going to teach you how we can use XLOOKUP. So currently, I found this product name using VLOOKUP, but VLOOKUP has some limitations. For example, if someone adds some new column in the table, then we won't be able to find the correct results. For example, currently I am using the third column. Let's say I add one more row here, then I'll get the 0 because it is not able to find any value in this third column, because I have manually written 3 in my formula. Now, and one more error that we face, let's say instead of 102, if I write 111, some product ID which is not present in my table, then it will show me an error. So these are the few shortcomings in this VLOOKUP formula. To overcome this situation, we can use the XLOOKUP. I'm going to teach you how we can do that. Let's remove the changes, and in this column only I'm going to change this with the XLOOKUP equals to XLOOKUP, and then I'm going to select this cell, and I want to find this value in this column. And initially I just want to find the product name, so I'll drag this and select this column, and if I just close the bracket, then I'll get the value as smartphone. Now if I add one column in the left, then still I'll get the results. The data is not changed if I add or remove any column from my table. Let's say the second situation was that we were getting the invalid name as an error if we write some other product ID. Now we can just simply add one message something like this: invalid product ID. And if I click the enter, and if I write some random ID, something like this 111, then I'll get this as my result. It is not showing right now, but if I drag this, then I'll get the proper results. Now I want to show you one more use case of XLOOKUP. Let's say I want to find the total sales done by all the salesmen. Then we can use the XLOOKUP to find the data. In this column, I'll define as total sales, and in this column I'll make a list using data validation only to reduce my efforts only. There's no point of finding different values manually, so with the help of drop down only I'll find the data. Let's make this more little bit better by changing the format to short data. Now if I want to find the total sum, then I'll use the XLOOKUP, something like this, and then I'll select this value, and I want to find this value from this column. I'll select this one, and then I'll select all the columns that I want to find and calculate the total sum. So I'll start with salesman 1, and I'll write as plus, and then for same salesman 2, then salesman 3, then salesman 4, and then salesman 5. Then I'll close the bracket. I'll get something like this. Now if I want to verify this result, I'll simply write the sum formula and select this row, and if I drag this to all the columns, then I'll get the result. Here we selected this date, and for this date we also got the same value. So this is one of the use case that you can use the XLOOKUP, and there are plenty of other use cases as well where you can use the XLOOKUP and make your report more interesting. Now let's quickly compare these functions. VLOOKUP is great for column searches, HLOOKUP works horizontally, and XLOOKUP is the ultimate all-rounder. By understanding their strength, you can choose the best tool for the job every time. And there you have it, the ultimate guide to VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. In the next video, we'll take it even further with practical tips, advanced tricks and hidden secrets to make your Excel skills unstoppable. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Until next time, happy excelling.